Hey Mom, I just wanted to let you know that something bad has happened today at work. I thought I should be the one to tell you.
What's happened?
Well, there was this really horrible customer, and I mean really horrible. He wouldn't leave me alone as I tried to do my work. He followed me around the store, making rude and obscene comments, and generally just making me feel very uncomfortable. I went to my manager and let him know what was going on, but he said that if all he was doing was talking to me, then there was nothing he could do, and that I would have to suck it up and ignore him. I tried to do that, honestly, but with the stress of my final exams at school and the fact that I should just generally not have to put up with things like that, I snapped. I started yelling at the customer full blast for like a solid 5 minutes. I called him a bunch of names and basically told him never to come back to the store again so long as he remained a horrible, vile little man.
Really, Michonne? You couldn't just ignore him like a normal person?
I'd like to see you try and ignore a person who is being extremely vile to you.
I have, multiple times. It's kind of part of the whole being a grown-up thing. You just need to ignore the idiots of the world and get on with your life.
Well, that's not how the world should work. If someone is harassing you, then they should be called out on their behavior, and something should be done about it to stop them from doing it again. Otherwise, they'll keep doing it and they'll keep harassing people until something even worse happens. I wasn't about to let that happen on my watch.
Uh-huh. And how has that worked out for you?
Well, that's the thing. Even though I made a formal complaint with the higher-ups in the company and the police, my manager has said that my behavior was still unacceptable for shouting at the man, and he's kind of fired me.
Seriously? Honestly, Michonne, can't you do anything right? We needed the money from your job to pay the rent and bills and stuff. Now what are we supposed to do?
Well, not to sound petulant, but you are the mom here. My job shouldn't be all or end all of us living in our house. It was only meant as a way for me to save up a little bit of money for college.
Well, unless you have a huge stash of money hidden somewhere, you won't be going to college. Not when you have to pay for your own house, too.
Huh? What are you on about? What do you mean I'm going to have to pay for my own house?
Well, I've been thinking it over for quite a while now. But now that you've been fired, I don't see any particular reason for you to remain living with me. I mean, now that you're not bringing in money, I really have no use for you. Unless you get another job and start paying me for rent and bills and stuff, of course.
Hang on. I'm really confused.
Geez, and you think that a college is going to want you considering just how stupid you are? Don't make me laugh. I'll say this once in a way that even you'll be able to understand. I'm kicking you out of my house.
What? Seriously? Why? You can't just kick me out. I'm your daughter. I'm still trying to graduate high school and get into a top-rated college. If you kick me out, I won't be able to do that. Plus, I have nowhere to go. I will literally be out on the streets. How can you call yourself a mom when you're doing this to your own daughter?
Look, to be totally honest with you, I never really wanted kids to begin with. I only kept you around because it was the right thing to do. If I could do it all over again, I'd probably give you up to be adopted or something.
What?
Yeah, you were a complete accident. Your dad didn't want you either. Why do you think he didn't stick around when he found out that I was pregnant? It was a shame, too. I really liked him, and then you came along and ruined it.
I just can't believe what I'm hearing right now. How can you be so cold and callous? You've raised me for the last 17 years. Does that honestly mean nothing to you?
I mean, not really. I've missed out on so much these last 17 years because of you. I think it's time for me to take back my life and start living again. I honestly can't wait. But I can't do that whilst you're still hanging around. So you're going to have to find somewhere else to live.
I don't know what to do or what to say. I've got nowhere to go.
Well, like I said, that's not my problem. You'll have to figure something out quick though, because I want you gone by the end of the week.
The end of the week? That's in 3 days. How am I supposed to find anywhere to go in such a short amount of time? It's not like I can go to grandma or granddad's either. They live hours away and I need to be close so that I can go to school and do my exams. Can't you wait until the end of school, at least? There's not long left now, and these exams are really important to me.
Yeah, well, my new boyfriend is really important to me, but he doesn't like kids and doesn't want to live in a house with one. So no, I'm not going to wait until your school is finished. I want to move in with my new fella, and you're not going to stop me from doing that, like you've stopped me from doing so many other things. So, if I were you, I'd start packing, and I'd do it quite quickly.
I can't believe that you're the mom I got stuck with.
Yeah, well, I can't believe you're the daughter I got stuck with. Anyway, Vincent is calling, so I'm going to go. Make sure you're out soon. Anything you don't take with you by Friday, I'm going to pack up and throw out. I don't want any of your junk littering my house any longer. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Good, anyway, see ya.
Hey, Mia, are you free to talk?
Hey, Mish. Yeah, I've just finished cheerleading practice, so I'm free. What's up?
I don't really know where to start, but, today hasn't been the best of days.
Oh no, what's happened? Bad day at work?
That's only the half of it.
Okay, well, why don't you start from the beginning?
Right. Well, I've been fired from my job at the store today because I ended up yelling at a horrible customer who had been following me around and saying all manners of vile things to me. I tried reporting it to my manager, but he didn't care. But because I blew up on that man, I've been fired. When I told my mom this, she decided that she no longer had any use for me as I wasn't bringing in any money that she could take off of me. So she's decided to kick me out of the house so that she can move in with her new boyfriend.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that does sound like an awful day. Are you okay? I mean, obviously not emotionally because that's a lot to happen in one day. But overall, are you okay? Are you somewhere safe?
Yeah, at the minute I'm at home. My mom, or should I say Nikki, as no actual mother would do something like this, has given me until the end of the week to pack up all my things and move out.
But where are you going to go?
No clue. If I contact social services, they'll just put me in the foster system as I'm not 18 yet, even though I'm only a couple of months away. I could end up on the other side of the country for all I know, and I can't do that because I need to do my exams to get into a good college. I have even more reason to get into one now, just to show my mom that I'm so much better than her and can make a life even without her help.
Well, I can discuss it with my parents and ask them if you can move in with us for a little while. I'm sure they wouldn't mind. They love you like a second daughter. And we could share a room. You know, I've always wanted a sister, and I've always considered you to be like one.
You'd really do that for me, Mia? Are you sure? I mean, I'll get another job and I'll pay rent and stuff. You can tell your parents that. I won't be a burden. Just until high school is finished. Then I can go to college and get a place of my own and get out of their hair.
Don't worry about any of that. You know my parents don't care about any of that. They'll just be happy to help. Give me, 10 minutes, and I'll get back to you.
Thank you so much, Mia. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Hey, you'd do the same for me if the roles were reversed.
And if I had an actual nice mom who cared about me.
Well, yeah, and that. Anyway, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
Mish, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm guessing it's not good news then?
Huh?
Well, you've been gone longer than you originally planned, so you've had to try hard to convince them? I don't want to be a burden, so if they don't want me there, it's okay, and I completely understand. I can find somewhere else to live.
Don't be silly. The only reason it took a little bit longer is because I had to calm my dad down from going over to yours and yelling at your mom. He's decided he really doesn't like her, by the way.
Well, that makes two of us.
Anyway, they've said that you're more than welcome to come and stay with us. You don't need to worry about moving out quickly or anything. They want you to know that they're not going to push you out the minute we finish high school. They want to give you time to sort yourself out and figure out what you want to do and all that.
That's so kind of them. I really don't know how to thank them.
Well, you're part of the family. Basically have been since the minute we became best friends. And family looks out for one another.
Thank you so much. You're seriously the sister I never had, you know?
I know, I'm awesome.
Definitely. The awesomest.
Alright, well, if you want to come over today, then you're welcome to. We'll get a bed ready and made up for you. Also, food.
Thank you. I might just come around so I don't have to deal with Nikki anymore.
I mean, I would.
Okay, I'll see you soon then.
See you soon. Ah, can you believe it, Mish? Our idea has literally become an overnight sensation. All that work we put into it is finally paying off. I can literally see the billions we'll make. We've already made millions just overnight with this company. It's only going to get better from here.
Haha. Well, that's all thanks to your ability to be so bubbly and charming and get people to actually invest to become interested in our idea. LOL.
Ha! Please. You're the brains behind all of this. I'm just the pretty face. LOL.
I'd say we make a pretty good team, don't you think?
Oh, definitely. I can't think of anyone I'd rather work with than my sister.
Same here. Ha, that's funny.
What's up?
Nikki's just messaged me.
Wait, Nikki, as in your biological mom? That Nikki?
Yep.
What does she want?
I'm not sure. Should I text her back?
It's completely up to you. You could always show her exactly what she's missed out on. A beautiful, smart, and independent woman who knows how to take care of herself.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'll do that.
Let me know how it goes.
Will do.
Hey, Mitchie, it's your mom here. How are you?
Hello, Nikki. I would appreciate it if you didn't call me Mitchie. We don't have that kind of relationship. Michonne will be just fine.
Jeez, no need to be all stiff and proper. It's only me, your mom.
Even more reason to be cautious. Why have you messaged me? You haven't bothered trying to contact me in the last 6 years since you kicked me out. Why now?
Oh, well, I just wanted to see how you were. Isn't a mom allowed to do that?
Not considering you've not cared how I am since you kicked me out. Although, I can probably guess what you want. And you're not getting it.
What? I don't know what you're on about.
So you haven't called me just to ask for money then?
You've got plenty of it now, don't you? I've seen you all over the news. They're saying that you and that friend of yours have become overnight sensations and millionaires. So I think you can spare a little bit of money for the woman who raised you, don't you think?
And why do you need the money? Surely your boyfriend has plenty for the both of you? Also, I'm pretty sure you told me that you didn't want anything to do with me, as you never wanted children and you wanted to get your life back to how it was before me. So surely you don't actually want anything from me, right?
Well, I'm not with Vincent anymore. I'm actually on my own. So I need a little bit of help. I might have fallen into a little bit of debt due to some gambling issues. I'm completely innocent in all of this. But the people who I borrowed money off of for the casinos think it's my fault that I lost it, even though it's all the casino's fault, because they cheated me out of it.
Uh-huh.
And if you don't help me and give me some money, like 20 grand, then the loan sharks I use are going to take my house. I'll be out on the street with nowhere to go.
Well, that doesn't sound good. I mean, to be homeless so suddenly is a shock, right?
You have no idea.
Uh-huh. Apart from I do, because you did exactly the same thing to me. Exactly. But because I'm not a vindictive, horrible, and selfish person like you, I'll help you out. However, this is only a one-time thing, and after this, you're never to contact me ever again. Am I understood?
Yeah, I understand.
Good. I'll give you the 20 grand you owe the loan sharks. That should mean that you get to keep the house, right?
Just 20? What about all my other expenses? I mean, I've still got bills to pay and stuff. I need money for food and the internet and everything like that.
Well, that's why you have a job.
But,
What?
well, I just thought that being your mother and all, you'd want to help me out a bit more. You know, take care of me and make sure that I don't have to work or worry about money ever again. You've got more than enough money to do that, and even then you could spoil me a little bit. You know, for raising you and all.
Ha! Are you kidding me? I'm not going to do anything like that. You might have raised me until I was 17, but you never actually loved me or cared for me. I had the bare minimum because you couldn't be bothered to spend any money you earned on anything I wanted. I had to go and get a job as soon as I was able to just to have a little bit of money to spend on myself. And even then you took, like, half of it, claiming that it was for rent and stupid things like that. I know you just gambled it away, though, or bought yourself whatever you wanted with it. Let's face it, you didn't raise me, I raised myself. You just kept me alive because you had to.
Well, that's not true.
It is true and you know it. So, you can either take the 20,000 and leave me alone forever, or you can walk away with nothing and leave me alone forever.
As if I'd just give up if you gave me nothing. I'd message you every day and come stand outside your house. I'd even go to the media and make you look bad just to get back at you.
That would be quite difficult to do considering I'd hire lawyers to keep you away from me and mitigate any damage you try to do. I'd sue you for defamation.
Huh? You can't do that.
Actually, yes, I can. I have both the means and the wealth to do something like that. And I'll do it in a heartbeat if you try to bother me. So, what's it going to be?
I'll take the 20 grand.
Yeah, I thought you'd say that. Consider a compensation for doing the bare minimum to get me to adulthood. It'll be in your account within a couple of hours. So, you can leave me alone now and never bother me again. Have a good life. I know I will now that I don't have to worry about you anymore.
What if I need more money?
That sounds like a you problem. You'll just have to figure that out yourself.
Fine then. I can't believe I raised such a selfish child.
Really? I'm surprised I turned out as good as I did, considering I had a narcissistic, selfish witch for a mother. Although I can probably thank Mia and her parents for all of my good qualities. They're the ones who really taught me what a family is supposed to be like, and how people are actually supposed to act towards one another. Anyway, goodbye for good. I'm making sure you can never bother me again from now on.
You're so selfish. Honestly, just you wait. I'll take what you owe me. I'll end up with all of your money. I will.
Uh-huh. You keep believing that if it makes you feel better. Anyway, see ya. Like I said I would, I gave Nikki the 20 grand that she owed the loan sharks and not a penny more. It was up to her whether she used the money to pay her debts or not. However, from what I heard, she tried to shortchange the people she owed and not give them the full amount, believing that she could keep at least half for herself. It didn't turn out so great for her, though, because the loan sharks found out and doubled the amount she owed them. From what I heard, she now works full-time at 2 minimum wage jobs just so she can pay the loaners what she owes them. Oh, and she did lose the house, as they took that as compensation for her betrayal. As for me, mine and Mia's business has really taken off. We've made billions of dollars from our company, and we couldn't be happier. We make sure to take care of Mia's parents who, to my complete surprise, asked if they could formally adopt me as their own daughter. I was so moved by this gesture, I of course said yes. They truly are the best family I could ever have hoped for. It just goes to show that for every horrible person in the world, there are those who want to share their love and kindness to help whoever they can. I'm just lucky that I was found by some of the best people out there.